Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chicagoland Speedway for today's Gen 4 race. 65 laps today. It's a throwback day as well for the Gen 4 cars. Gonna have some nice schemes we're going to be looking at when everyone's on the grid, and here's a few of them. Some of them you may remember, some of you may not. Some of you may remember the drivers or whatever. We got the Kingsford Chevrolet, Brandon Schaefer. Always looked like a good car. I believe the car that was driven was the 59 in the Busch Series. I just don't remember what car it was. Lucas Reed going on his qualifying lap, as well as Ryan Flanagan in the Lowe's 48. Looks like an older little scheme.
Let's hope Lucas can keep it out of the wall at the end of the race today.
Who can keep it out of the race? What are you talking about?
Lucas Reed, the one who got stuck in the fence at the end of the truck race on Tuesday.
Ah. Here we go, fellas. The Irish Prince in the chat. Oh, Ryan's going to get the fastest lap so far, 30.6. And then the double O of Jesse Prize in that old Net Zero Pontiac. I've driven that scheme before. Slight variation. Jack Sprague drove that. Liked him when he was in the Truck Series. And I think Ward Burton ran that after his stint with Bill Davis. Davey Hendricks in the Domino's car. Looks like that's a throwback to Michael McDowell. David Rudiman in the double O car for MWR. Surprised Brandon didn't go with a Square D car, the one that Hamilton drove. Let's see what Josh Van Gore has today. He's got a Mountain Dew scheme. Looks like throwback to BK Racing with that 83. This is an interesting Texaco Avalon scheme. Maybe it looks like something that was maybe ran. If I was to guess, that would have to be probably by Ricky Rudd when the Texaco was with him. Got Brandon Banks.
You know, I thought Jeremy was supposed to be here. I thought I put up with you enough last night.
You might have to put up with me. Well, actually, no, you won't be here on Monday. So, now Jeremy ain't gonna be back probably until the not next week, but the week after. So,
He's fired.
who's fired?
I'm firing him for his own job. Me. Jeremy is.
You're firing yourself?
No, I'm firing boss man. He's fired.
I don't think Boss Man would like to see that. He'd fire you out of a cannon.
Don't care.
Just like be kaboom. Xside batteries. That's a good looking scheme. Jeff Burton run that. Mike Hamlin out there. Hey, Paul Menard That's what I like to see. That's an old Paul
Am I?
Menard scheme.
Mm-hmm. That's an old scheme. Correct me if I'm wrong, but back when he was running for DEI. Under the 15, correct?
No, he's running the 11. The 11.
No, that's what I'm saying. The scheme Hamlin was running at the 11 was what Menard was running for DEI in the 15.
Yeah. I could have sworn he drove an 11 at one point, though.
No, the 11's been Hamlin as long as I can remember.
I think that would have
Paul
been. I think
Menard,
that would have been in the Busch series, though.
maybe, but I know because he went from DEI, and I think he went in the 27 for a bit, and then he went to Wood Brothers to end his career.
You know
I think
what?
that's how I think
We're gonna Google it
that's
real
how it
quick.
went.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
Google that real quick.
Paul Menard 11. He did run the 11 car. Yeah.
Okay. Because the
Um,
11's been Hamlin for as long as I can remember.
I am more than. Yeah, it was his. Yeah, it was a DEI Busch car, I believe.
Okay, because I don't ever remember Menard running for Gibbs either.
Yeah, he ran the 11 for DEI in the Busch series.
Okay.
I remember he also was running the 33 as well for a
So
time.
I I will say this though, if I was running this race, I was gonna run a Dell Jr. Amp Energy scheme. One of my favorite schemes he had.
If I was to run a scheme, I'd probably end up running. I'd say probably a Greg Biffle Granger scheme.
Ooh, I remember that scheme.
Could go to some other options for me would be like the Matt Kenseth DeWalt scheme that he ran.
See, so going on that DeWalt scheme, right?
Mhm.
I know they redid for Darlington. I did not like it at Darlington. I did not like the number push forward. It made that paint scheme look really ugly.
If I was to run a 6 scheme, because the 6 is what I run with my team, would not follow the same thing that Tony runs. I'm sure Mark had. I know Mark had some good alternates.
Okay,
I'd go with a Valvoline scheme though, probably
so
for Mark.
going through the field, I'm having a brain fart. Who ran the domino scheme back then? Back in the 2000s?
Well, Domino's. I remember Rudiman ran it, and Michael
That's
McDowell.
right.
Michael McDowell ran it too.
Rudiman McDowell ran it. Yep. And then it looks like Schaefer is running an old. I think Ambrose ran the Kingsford scheme for a bit, didn't he?
All right. Well, we're gonna
Marcus
we'll go out on the
Marcus
lineup, and I'll try
Ambrose.
to bestow what knowledge I have on y'all. So Davey Hendricks is going to be rolling off first in that Domino's car, as we just mentioned. Second is going to be Brandon Schaefer. I remember that Kingsford car was a Busch car and ran the number 59. I just don't. I think Ambrose maybe, but
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Marcus Ambrose, right?
maybe I don't remember. Brandon Banks. Not sure who drove a hefty car. Mike Hamlin in the 11 is going to be fourth. That's a Paul Menard car. Got Classic. That looks close to the All-Star Game car for Kobe 7. Don't get sued by Teresa there, bud. Then we got Brendan Park in a Jeff Burton-inspired Exide car. We got Brandon Shoup in a Home Depot car. Tony Stewart, obviously. Jesse Prees, that's either Ward Burton or Jack Sprague, like the original Haas. Motorcraft Ford, that looks like Ricky Rudd era. Could have been Elliott Sadler as well. DeWalt, we know who that goes to. Matt Kenseth. Michael Neuenberg, hey, UAW Delphi. Joe Nemechek around that. I think it could have been also been Jerry Nadeau. The 99 on Kyle Martin, that looks like a throwback to, if I was to guess, maybe a 2002 Ricky Rudd car. Ryan Flanagan is in a 48. That's obviously Jimmy Johnson. Got number UAW Delphi. Same deal we got there. Lucas Reed got a Doritos car. Not really sure. I know Josh Van Gore, that's a BK racing throwback with that number font. And I remember seeing that yellow all around there as well. I just don't remember who drove it. Looking really quickly too, we got the 6 car. Got the Skull Bandit back there as well, starting last. Here we go.
So another cool car I'm seeing out there is ran by Wages. No, it wasn't Wages. It was Simone running an old Outback team. One of the first Outback teams they ran in NASCAR.
Outback Steakhouse. Those are good. We got
So,
Piedmont Airlines too. I feel like that's something I should remember. Oh, we got Rusty Wallace in the Miller Lite. And Matt Foran's running the Skull Bandit. Harry Gant, by the way, oldest driver to ever win a race.
Googling Kingsford, right? The two closest schemes I can really see Schaefer going off of. I'm not seeing an identical scheme. I mean, if he finishes in top 3, we'll ask him. But the two closest schemes I can find are a Bobby Labonte scheme when he ran for Daughtry, and as you said, a Busch Series scheme. Well, I don't know who ran the 59 though. 1998, Jimmy Johnson.
Now I remember the 59. That car did get into the 2000s as well. But yeah, Schaefer right now, flying away right now. He's running the high side. Everyone's kind of more running. Oh, there goes Davey. Around it by the 11
early on.
And the 33, and everyone's spinning now. We've may have gotten Alta 4. Caution is out. And, oh, man, they're still wrecking. All right, well, time to back it up and see what happened.
Diagnosis mess, right?
Well, Davey not going to be a happy camper this week. Caught up in 2 accidents. He blinked out pretty fast, so we're going to have to be... Yeah, he just got ran over pretty much.
Oh, yeah, Davey out of 4. Oh, shots fired.
We're going to have to... I think the best way to see this is we're going to get to a blimp camera if we can... There we go. That's a good one. All right, because there was more than I could process going on there.
Oh, yeah, there is a ton going on here.
So, okay, that looks good. So, Davey is hit. The 33 comes down 34. And then the 91 runs over to 99. The 6 runs over to 56. 6 takes himself out in the process. And then the 48 checks up. The 5 gets dumped. And it was a big chain reaction there. I know one thing I can do here is if we stop.
I'm actually
rewind.
Riding on board with the 91. I don't know what in the hell he was doing because he didn't even try to check. I mean, you can clearly see the wreck in front of him on corner exit, and he's just still trying to gain positions.
Race back to the line, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. That was that. I don't imagine anyone's in a pit, or attempt to pit at least. Today we get 4 sets of tires extra.
Oh, what happened to Chase?
Chase never even started.
Chase, my bad. Matt, my bad. Matt.
Where's Matt?
That's Morris. Never mind. North-south. I was used to seeing Matt run north-south. How did he get involved in this? Oh, he got ran over as well.
Yeah, and a lot of guys who started in the back. I mean, you can just tell how many cars were in the wreck. Matt Foran's up 11, Jeff Ruddock up 14, Mike up 10, Quentin up 10, Drew Holman up 11, Reed up 11, Ryan up 10. Lucas Reed up 10, actually.
Tough break for Wages as he's the only guy still stuck with a meatball. And I'm not really seeing a lot of damage. Oh, never mind. Wow. I did a rear chase.
Who are we looking at?
Destroyed. Wages. That front end is destroyed.
It doesn't look too bad. Wages Senior?
So,
it's a little crumpled, but isn't too bad. Well, a lot of good-looking cars. A lot of them taken out early. Davey's not looking too hot either. Yeah, a lot of unhappy campers today, I think.
So, going back to our question we had about that Hefty scheme, he's been running that scheme really all season, and the Hefty orange scheme was ran by Eric McClure back in the day.
Ah.
Eric McClure ran it for a bit. It's a 04. The 24, he ran that as well. Jeff Green ran it recently, but the closest scheme to him really be the McClure one from when he was in 04.
So I'm not sure if anyone is a lap down. I don't think so. Maybe wages.
Wages, I think.
That
No
should
one
be all,
has
though.
disconnected. I don't know what happened to Davey
He
because
just might have said a humongous blank. Or maybe it
he
was
must
me.
have.
Maybe it was me. I don't know.
No, he blinked for me too.
Yeah, been a
Yeah,
rough
it's the
week
Eric
for
McClure
Davey.
scheme.
Gets wrecked
Yeah,
in
it
a big
has.
wreck from a decent position in the truck race, and he doesn't get a meatball here. Or maybe he can recover, but I don't think Davey's going to be a happy camper today. Probably wasn't one to start with, and now he's going to be a grumpy old man, probably. You know, if I was to think of a quote, you know, an old school quote, kind of throwback to maybe the NR 2003 days. Could imagine some people being like, "Congratulations, you set the sport back 20 years with that move."
But no, there was definitely shots fired from Davey to Mike Hamlin, so Davey definitely not a happy camper with that 11 machine at all.
I don't know if this would be possible because of copyright, but who knows? iRacing needs to add the NR 2003 spotter and crew chief pack. I'm pretty sure that little update, a lot of people would absolutely love it. They have some good voice lines in that. Or maybe we need to have a soundboard of that stuff to have it when drivers make goof ups and wreck.
Ooh, Davey's car is beat down. Oh, we got the 74 into the wall in the back.
Yeah, he was in there for quite a while.
Got ran over.
Uh-oh, there goes the 50 maybe. Man, he's loose. But you can't really abuse the bottom that much because it is how it works, and there's so much power in the car. It really does not want to work on the bottom like, say, an Xfinity or a Cup car or even a truck would. Yeah, Schaefer right now going good. Cody Sutphin trying to do better than he did last week. I'm really surprised the 50 is hanging down there. That's surprising to me. Kobe going for the lead.
Yeah, Kobe sent it in deep. I'll say one thing, Joe. While we're here, I am really mad NASCAR don't go here no more. I thought Chicagoland brought on some of the best racing mile and a half had.
I'll be honest, I would have tried to go here within probably the last few years if they kept it open instead of going to the streets of Chicago, which I think
was just stupid.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll make some money off it. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't expect the racing will be that good, but who knows?
So hear me out here. Like, I won't lie, I'm probably gonna watch it because I'm curious how it's gonna work out.
I'm gonna watch it too.
It's probably like one of the things where if I watch it and it's just a complete boring mess, to do it again, I'm not watching. I'm not wasting my time watching it again. You know. But I'm gonna see how it does. You know. So yeah, they're trying to get viewership, but I love the racing here. Right. I mean, the racing. One of my favorite scenes was Chicagoland when Doe Jr. first started broadcasting. One of his most iconic calls came, I think, from his first or second race, was doing it here, and it was a slide job.
Yeah, I mean, with, like, I don't know, they took away Road America, probably one of the best road courses that they had.
By far the best.
I mean, the thing about Road America is, I mean, that place was packed, even for, 8 and 55 rubbing on each other. Now, if you did that in a truck, you'd be sandbagging now. But, as I was saying, though, Road America, I mean, that place was packed for Xfinity races. I mean, when I went there for the Cup race, I mean, it was packed there. I don't know if you'll be getting the same thing in Chicago, but I'll watch it. I mean, I'll watch a NASCAR race just because there's NASCAR, so just hopefully it's a good show, but if it's, maybe it'll be a wreck fest. Who knows? That'd be interesting to see.
I tell you what, I am hoping and praying that this week is a good show.
I think North Wilkesboro is going to be a good show. Got the truck race recording on TV for when it goes on. Gonna watch the All-Star race. It's gonna be a nice weekend.
I'll be there at the All-Star race. Giggity.
Yeah, if you want.
I'll make sure I take a ton of pictures too.
Yeah.
I'm not really too picture happy. I'm not a big picture person, but I think I'm gonna take a ton while I'm there.
Yeah, go for it. Maybe we can get album up for a commercial. Well, Kobe after the contact, by the way, he's falling back a bit.
Yeah, I think Kobe, watching turning around Brandon, is trying to dive that bottom so much, might have eaten up his right front. Or he might be trying to save a little bit here. I don't know. I just think running that low side's really hurting him here. But Mike Simone started in the back, and he is up the P6 already.
Yeah, Mike Simone looking good.
But
Smurfin does that, you know?
Going back to North Wilkesboro, I told the wife, I'm probably going to spend more than I should on souvenirs because you don't know if they're going back to. This could be a one-and-done thing. You know, the racing could be horrible and they don't want to go back there. They got their money and what they put into it. Between ticket sales and parking alone.
I don't know, we'll see, but I don't think that they'll just poo-poo it after 1 year. I mean, they put a lot of money into it. You know, they're putting a lot of money into our tracks as well.
Well, so hear me out here, and this is why I get a little worried that if the racing is what they want it to be, they won't go there again. I remember when I went to the Rock when the trucks went there. That was a really good race. They went there for 1 year. I think they might have went there 2, and then they didn't go back, which I don't get why, because the racing was actually really good for the trucks there. So why wouldn't you bring it back?
Yeah, it's the same thing for Road America. Like Road America had really good racing, and I don't know why they got rid of it. But now at least I will commend them. They gave us a truck race, a playoff truck race. So, I mean, I don't think Xfinity's going to be there either, which sucks. So.
What's that?
Road America. But damn straight, I'm going to be watching that. Oh, 6 car in the wall. But I'm going to be watching that truck race when it goes to Milwaukee Mile. It's been a while since I've been in a mile. I went there when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So nice to see them back. The ARCA race last year was very good.
It's getting a little dicey back here as these leaders are coming up on the lap traffic of Wages. 36 looking to the inside. Anderson looking to get the pass complete on Simone here, going into 3 and 4.
Yeah, not sure if it's going to happen, though. He's looking off. And, you know, rear tires are definitely more of a concern than other cars. So you got to be concerned about those. Because you just can't beat up the rear tires either, or else you just won't have any traction. So you just got to be careful of that. But, you know, I got to say, these things do put on some really good shows. Can't wait for them to at least, when they introduce a proper Gen 4 car, I think that's going to look real cool. And you know what, with the speedways, they need to put on the X pipe. That's what they need to do. They need to put on the X pipes for super speedways. The only place where you can get that real sound is if you put like a super light model on a speedway. Loving the old Jeff Gordon stuff. Jeff Burton Outback car. Did Jeff Gordon run an Outback car?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's why I recognize that scheme. Because when we had a throwback race at Rockingham, I actually ran an Outback team at Xfinity. Jeff Gordon ran the Outback car his rookie season in the Busch Series. Was now the Xfinity Series, for you guys who don't know. That's how I recognize that car so quickly.
So, Isaac, any idea on how long you can last on a tank of fuel?
I literally have no clue. I have not put a single lap in here at Chicagoland in any Gen 4s. So, no idea. I was too busy stuffing my fat face full of some Jersey Mike subs.
I'm considering if I should pull someone up, perhaps.
No, don't pull someone else racing or crew chief.
Yeah, because I know Bobby and Zach are in there with Josh, but
Oh, while we've been talking, we completely missed this. Kobe to the lead or fighting for the lead here on the outside of Brandon Schaefer.
he's gonna not give him a ton of room either. But high
No,
side,
and
that high side I think is gonna be better though when attempting to get a pass done.
I was watching Brandon 3 and 4. He wasn't going as low as Kobe was, and all this battling has allowed
Uh-oh, there
Brandon
he's in the
Banks to
wall.
catch up.
In the wall, and that's gonna allow Banks to do it right on by. The one thing about these cars, though, is, you know, they're the twisted cars. So the thing with these cars is the rear is always going to touch first.
And we have some takers on pit lane. Simone in. Flanagan's coming in.
All right,
Ryan, that is.
So Simone's in, so probably tells me that he's either going to try a short pit or he feels that if he, say, pits on lap, like they can't make it on 2 stops, perhaps.
Brandon Banks assumes the lead.
Like if they can make it to lap 32, I mean, they'll be able to make it. Ryan down pit road, drops him about 10th. Matt Forns as well.
Oh! Getting close up between Kobe and Schaefer.
So, I mean, granted, the caution probably gave us a couple extra laps.
Someone else is coming into pit lane. Couldn't quite see who that
55
was.
slowing down. It looks like the 8. Oh, 8 not slowing down. At 54.
Porsche is coming in. Brandon in. The 0.
And it's on speed. All right. So, lap 27 to 65. Still under halfway. I doubt anyone's going to be able to stretch it.
And here comes Kobe. And Bangor. And the 50, Lucas Reed as well.
Yep.
So it'll be all coming in this time by. Everyone doing a really good job getting on off pit lanes. Jason Hastings just had a black flag pop up in the 49 machine. A meatball, that is. My bad. What happened here to Jason? Out of nowhere, the black flag. Oh, I think he blew up. Out of nowhere, he got a meatball while I was watching for black flags.
So, obviously, the caution, you know, extends the or run by a couple laps. So, do you think anyone may try to stretch it to maybe? Oh, the 11 going around. Saves it, but it's. Oh, no. Saves it, but he's going to lose time. He's going to lose probably about a good 5 seconds there.
Oh, he wasn't planning on pitting. He is now.
he was planning, and he just locked it up coming around. So.
Oh. Speaking of missing pit lanes, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Denny win 2 years in a row at Darlington missing his pit stops? But he still won the race.
I would not know that. All right, let's check the chat. See what we got here.
Yep, Hastings blowed up.
Red Maverick, we going to see any spicy driving? Maybe we did in an early race, but now we haven't for the rest of this race. I hope 1991 says Frey. Gordon ran the Outback in 1991. Gordon ran DuPont, yeah, when he started in that one race in 1992, but he did run that Babe Ruth car, yeah. Hastings blew up. All right, well, Brandon Park's coming down, and a few people are still staying out there, so there are maybe some people who are going to be able to do this, perhaps, on one stop. I mean, someone like Mike Simone, do you think... Uh-oh, 48! Nearly spun out by the 8 car as the 08 go by. Newborough goes down pit road. Only one car left on the speedway, and that's going to be Cody B. Johnson. The winner from Tuesday, at Charlotte in trucks.
Oh, he's saving.
So that tells me that everyone else may have to come down pit road again. And that strategy works if a caution does not come out, or if, say, a caution were to come out right now. So, I mean, you got to keep that caution in account. But I'd say if maybe you can run another 2 laps, maybe 1, I'd say you might be safe. To where you can just push at the end. I mean, yeah, he's slower. Uh-oh. 36 in the wall, and the 08 ducks down to avoid it. So, projected leader would be Brandon Banks. Right behind him would be Brandon Schaefer. And Mike Simone. Mike Simone did gain a good amount of positions, but, probably is going to lose some with the tire disadvantage. Stint length right now, yeah, Simone's been out 8. Sutphin has been out 6.
Yeah, he's only been on a couple more laps on these tires, so.
Cody Johnson, I think he should be able to one-stop this thing. If he comes in anytime now, I think he'd maybe be able to run it full throttle to the end, maybe save a lap or 2, and then he might be good. I think he might come down pit road this time. Yes, he will. All right, just don't mess up, and you may have a win in the bag, Cody. Down pit road, here he goes. Brandon Banks will take the lead. The only question is, where is Cody going to come out? Davey Hendrick still in the lead lap, by the way, in 18th spot. So everyone runs on by.
Oh, as you said that, David just went off track and came back on.
Cody, 15.6 seconds in pit road. This strategy will work out perfect for him as long as the caution.
Oh!
What?
Davey getting a little bit of contact there with whoever was running that D-Walt scheme. Coming off of turn 2, gets pushed down into the grass.
I would have to believe that you're a little bit behind there, Isaac.
No, I went back and watched it.
Ah.
Yeah.
So Cody Johnson will come out in 17th, 25 seconds back. So, yeah, his only hope to win would be no cautions. Because he's not going to make up 25 seconds with the amount of tire advantage that he has.
And he's still saving.
I mean, he's not going to probably have to save as much, though. He may only have to save maybe a couple laps worth. Everyone else is going to have to come down pit road again.
See, and this is why I watch a broadcast when I'm racing. Someone's saving and they have a shot to make it to the end. I'm trying to pit as early as possible to get full fuel, so I have more time to catch up to. Let's say these guys run it dry, and they pit with 10, 11 to go. They might not have enough time to catch them.
See, if
you pit earlier on.
Mike Simone ran to lap 25. If I'm Mike Simone, I'm coming in probably around 45. I'm coming around 45. You run it hard for 20 laps, and you run it hard for another 20. If you have to come back down pit road again, may as well just run it hard. You have to come down twice, so why not? Mike Simone could get a lot of track position. He's going to lose a little bit with the new tires, but he's in a situation where he could perhaps get a top 3, maybe even a second or first. Well, Brandon Banks right now just flying right now. Kobe lost a little bit on pit road. Kobe pitted 1 lap before Schaefer, Banks, and Prize. Simone was the first taker, but a lot of people took right after him. So A couple of cars are down pit road. That would be Forns. So Forns taken real early, but he should be able to make it to the end. So, what do you think? Who do you think has the best shot right now?
That's hard to say. Johnson, of course, because he's saving fuel, and he could make it to the end. We saw Kobe's car come to life more towards the end of the run. Same with Schaefer's. So if they can get around Banks here and get a decent lead for the pit in, they might have a shot. Timo might have a shot as well, because if he shorts pits this again, and these guys try to run it dry to try to just barely top off, he might have a shot too.
Yeah, no, probably a few people were mad because, they were involved in that first wreck, and then it's been clean all the way through. $23 laps to go. And Lucas trying to take ninth away from Michael Newbro, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to get it. Looks like Forns was the first to pit. So Forns is going to try to run him down. All right, here come some takers. Kobe down pit road, Ryan, Sean, and Hamlin all down pit road. So Kobe going to try the undercut and see what he can do with it. And I would expect that Brandon and Brandon, these two are going to be coming down this time by. Brandon a little loose.
Oh, both of them loose.
I hope they weren't. I hope they weren't speeding. You know what? We may have to do a check.
Oh,
he crossed at 53.
They're good. They're good.
Brandon,
no black flags.
54. They
55 here.
Both consider themselves lucky, I would say.
I know it's 50 here.
It's going to be a race off pit road, too, between these two. So this could be the battle for the win right here. The 54 jacked up just a little bit sooner. 55 wins the race off pit road. And Brandon Park is the leader with the 8 unlapping himself right here. So let's see where it'll end up. Van Gore down pit road. And Kobe, still not enough to gain back. Van Gore down pit road. Brandon Park now leader. So we can see here with Van, right? This would be Van Gore. Van Gore loses how much time on pit road? 44 seconds. So that is quite a bit of time down pit road.
Yeah, it is.
And it could be very interesting getting down to the end. Where's that 00 car? Jesse was fighting with the 48 at Ryan. Mike Simone, I believe, just pitted too. We got Kinley down pit road too. So looking at everything, Kobe right now on track. He's on the back straightaway. Park is in the front, and Kobe and these guys. So I mean, they're a good portion away. So they know that Cody Johnson is the guy to beat. They gotta chase him down. It's another situation, and it's having to chase the guy down, as we had last time. Schaefer's 25 seconds back. Cody's 12 seconds back. So it's about a 12.5 second lead over the two leaders. Do you think they can catch him in 17 laps?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, again, with the strategy call, though, I mean, it could be a situation where Cody's just hoping for a caution, perhaps. I mean, at this point, I don't know if you're going to get it with just 15 laps to go, but we'll see.
Yeah, and with these ARCA cars here at really ARCA cars at any mile-and-a-half track we go to, it's not like the next gens where it's hard to pass. You can pass in these cars. That's what makes the series so awesome. Is unlike the trucks and the ARCA or the trucks, the Cup, and depending on the track, the Xfinity series, these Gen 4s, you know what you're doing. You can pass really anywhere, you know. So it's not like track position is really a huge deal here.
Well, let's take a look at the last lap times. So Cody was running a 32.01, this time by Schaefer, and Banks clocking a 30.8. So they're about a second and a tenth faster, and with 14 laps to go, behind about what looks like 10 seconds. They could very well catch them with just a couple of laps to go. But right now, Schaefer and Banks are one of the closest battles on the track right now. Here he comes, passing Davey Hendricks, who was wishing he would be up here because he knew he had the speed.
Yeah, and I think Davey, if anyone, he's one really wanting a caution, or before he went a lap down wanting a caution, because I mean he has damage, but if he was able to get that all fixed, it's damage that can get repaired.
Oh, there goes
here
Davey.
comes pit lane.
Yeah, Davey hits from.
That's not had a good season in trucks or ARCA. I mean, yeah, he has a win.
He's had a very good season in both.
But it's either he's up there or he's getting wrecked out every race. So
I mean, he's had a lot of good races. It's just a bad week for him. He'll recover though. I mean, he's no pushover.
that lead with Johnson is down to about a little over 7 seconds with 12 to go. I don't think Johnson's going to be able to hold these guys off for these last 12 laps.
I mean, Brandon Parks is staying out there as long as he can, trying for caution. Anything can happen with 10 laps to go. But even if, it doesn't happen, there's still going to be a lot of cars a lap down. You could still pit relatively reliably under caution.
And here comes Brandon Park this time by.
Yep, in comes Brandon Park. All right, well. And Edward Morris Sr. down pit road as well. Cody Johnson is hoping maybe that Schaefer and Banks will maybe battle with him, because Sutphin isn't really in the scope of it right now. 5 second gap now. What time to go?
Yeah, they're running a whole second quicker too.
I mean, overall, he'll still probably come out with the top 5, though.
I can see that, yeah.
I mean, looking at the best lap times, Johnson was not the fastest car by far. I mean, his fast lap time was a 31.1. I mean, a 31.0. While these guys were half a second faster, so I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with whatever he gets. I'm pretty sure a top 5 is more than likely. Now with Sutphin too, I mean, he's hoping that maybe these two get into each other and make something happen. Forens and Hamlin real fast. Just to fly back to them, they're working some traffic and are really crunched up. Hamlin down bottom. Trying to slide around Forens. Forens is going to power through on the high side. I mean, look how strong the high side is, though. But Hamlin's making that bottom work. I would always think that the high side would be better, at least when you're defending.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when they started this race, everyone's running up high. Now everyone's kind of moved down to the low side.
3 wide down the front stretch.
Oh, Tyler almost getting into Schaefer there.
Uh-oh, 33 in the wall. Wall bang foreigns. And 34 is a lap down. And that battle will disintegrate, and here come the leaders to try and get around Cody Johnson.
And here comes some lap cars as well, getting around Brandon Schaefer.
Going to have to deal with some lap cars, but he's going to be really close to getting them.
I think Cody might be coming. No, he's just slowing down so that these guys by.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be letting these guys by, to be honest. There's the gap.
No choice.
Down to 0.4.
They already were on Cody.
Yeah, Cody Johnson now, and he's falling back. I didn't even realize they passed him. But now 3 laps to go, 0.3 seconds. You think Banks is going to have anything for him?
I mean, wasn't this the same two we saw shoot it out last week for the win?
It may have been.
I know we had the Brandon show in the top 3 for a bit.
Yeah, Brandon show, and that is correct. And Brandon gains a little bit on Brandon.
Brandon chasing down Brandon.
Gained about a 10th that lap. If you can maintain that, they may be side by side for the white flag. And that lap car, you know, it could be beneficial or hurt, and either one of them. And here comes Banks. Really cut down on that bottom. He'll lose a little bit. Now, where's the 6 gonna go? You better pick it fast. 55 shoots is high. Got one more lap to go.
Now if I'm Banks, you got to run high here and try to get a run off. You can't risk putting it down low again.
He'll run middle, just outside the camera. Maybe going to try to pull some draft off that 6 car, and it's pretty much over right now, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, the Brandon show with a side of the 6 in between. Brandon Schaefer and his Kingsford Chevrolet is going to win the race at Chicagoland. Brandon, and Cody, who coasts across the line for a P3 finish. Not too bad for the field strategy.
No.
It's going to be Kobe, Jesse, Ryan, Simone, Anderson, Newba, Hamlin. Park tries to slide around, doesn't make it work for 11th. Josh Van Gore right behind him, Lucas Reed, Matt Forns. Maybe a little bit of a battle between the 13 and 91. The 13 got him. Tyler Force right behind, and everybody else a lap down. Brandon going to be doing some donuts. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some happy faces, some not so happy faces tonight. Would have been interesting to see what would have happened maybe without that first lap crash happening, because that took out a lot of good drivers early.
Yeah.
Davey down 17, Matt Kinley down 12, Ron Shaw down 11, Kyle Martin out 15. And some guys just really weren't able to do anything, and I think he may have ran out of fuel, perhaps that 55 car. I don't know. He has some left for burnouts.
Still had 11 lead changes that race, though. Surprisingly, I didn't even know we had that many.
Yeah, good race for all these guys, and hopefully Jeremy will be back for the next Gen 4 race, but that won't be until 2 weeks from now. Hope you guys are looking forward to that update too. I wonder what the new update will bring us. I know it's going to be bringing us some dirt content. Going to be bringing us some road content.
Yeah.
Got some nice stuff coming up. Got Kern County coming up. Think we're maybe getting any new oval cars.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm still waiting for them to bring out the micros. I've heard a lot of people saying they've been scanning them and they've been working on them and getting the stuff figured out to put the micros in iRacing. They've went and scanned Millbridge, waiting for that to get put in. So
I mean, hey,
we'll
wouldn't be a
see.
bad idea. I mean, you have the biggest probably dirt update for iRacing.
Bring in the micros, bring in Millbridge.
Well, I know they're bringing in Kern County for sure. Maybe Millbridge will be a season 4 update. Takes a lot of time to do all that stuff when scanning the track.
I remember my first time doing an iRacing update.
All right, well, let's talk
Oh,
to Cody Johnson.
alright, well, I'm gonna let you handle the interviews. I'm gonna hop out and out of here.
All right, well, have a good night, Isaac, and nice to see you. And I think we got to run some races together sometime.
Yeah. Congrats, by the way, Cody.
All right, well, as I have been abandoned. Hello, Cody. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, the fuel strategy didn't lead to a win, but didn't seem like you were all too fast, at least when it came to the best lap times. What was the strategy? Just try to get what you can out of a track that you maybe weren't feeling too confident at?
Yeah, I mean, I like Chicago. I enjoy running it, but I just couldn't quite get to the twos in practice like they were twos and threes. But um, I felt okay, and then I messed up my qualifying lap. Had to start towards the end, and then I got into somebody in that first wreck, just barely ran into the back of them. Didn't get on the brakes in time, and got a little bit of damage. Was going to try to race it out and ran a few laps there after that caution, and it was just a little too tight. It just wouldn't turn, and I knew I'd go to the back, so I just resorted to trying to get a top five there and make it interesting at the end, and just didn't quite have enough to push when I needed to.
And yeah, is this your first is this your first week in the league?
It is, yes, sir. I ran trucks back when it was I think MDOT, but that's been a while ago, and I just joined Relentless and started racing in this one this week.
Well, hey, not a bad entrance. Um, first and third for the first two
Yeah,
races.
it's been fun. I enjoy racing with all these guys. I like the fact that they have a little bit longer green flag runs than some of the other leagues that I've ran in, but everybody seems pretty clean. I like that. So it's been fun. Shout out to the guys who ran me down and passed me there at the end. That was they deserved it. They were faster.
Yeah, but good job on the fuel strategy to get a third. And what do you got for shoutouts?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just shout out to you guys, like I said, for the streams. They're good. I'll go back and watch this one. And the guys that I race with, Sean Anderson, Jeffrey Rudick, Lucas Reed, Ryan Von Henschel. We were all in this one tonight. And I think they had decent finishes. But they were going to pit with everybody else and stay on strategy and see where they came out. And I think they got decent finishes there.
All right, well, good job tonight. No race next week, I believe, but the race afterward, I may not be here, but we'll see you at Dover. So we'll see what you can do at
Uh,
Dover.
all right, man. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, we got Brandon Banks in here, the Brandon and Brandon show, coming in second. How did the race go for you? Because I know you and Schaefer were pretty much battling the whole night.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I said we were pretty even, just most of the night. He got in and out of the pits a little bit better than me. I just trying to take it easy and just not make any mistakes or anything. So, I think we had something a little bit there for him at the end, but the lap cars just kind of got in the way, and it just once you got to get behind him in that dirty air, you couldn't really push it down to the bottom and drive into the corner without pushing up. So, that kind of ruined it for me. But I said, so I'll take a second place. Say DVR 1-2. We'll take that all day.
Now I was wondering with that scheme of yours, was that a throwback or is that something you run every week?
No, no, that's just
I'm
what I
not
run
here
every
every
week.
week.
Yeah, I didn't have time to put anything else on this week, so I'm gonna have to be the outcast this week.
Well, that's one
But yeah, that's
question.
just what I know. Yeah.
If you could have, if you had time, what would you have thrown back?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably a Dell Jr. scheme or something. I'm a big Dell Jr. fan, so but I see Kobe was running that, so I don't know. I don't. I don't know. Probably something in that nature. Like I said, I kind of like to do some of the off the wall stuff too, but I'm a big Dale Jr. fan, so it'd probably be something with them.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, overall, pretty dominant race between the two Brandons, and you got second, but
Yeah.
could have been a win maybe. But overall, a good race. What do you got for shoutouts today?
Just teammates DBR. Like I said, those guys are great. Congrats to Schaefer and appreciate you guys putting on the show and good call to Cody there. That was a heck of a pit strategy there. So good job to him. And like I said, the admins and everybody putting this on. It's a pretty fun league. So appreciate everybody.
All right. Well, good job tonight, and we'll see what you can do at Dover in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Have a
Yes,
good
sir.
night.
Thank you. Thank you too.
Mr. Brandon Schaefer, the winner of the Brandon and Brandon Show. How you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Well, you got the lead off pit road. We're battling with Banks all night and managed to hold him off and cut down Cody with about 5 or so to go. How'd the race go for you?
It's pretty good, man. I can't believe that me and Brandon both didn't speed on the pit road when we both were going in there sideways. But yeah, I
Yeah, both of
somehow got
you
on.
were about 4 miles
Yeah.
an hour faster.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I got off of pit road better than him, but yeah. Uh, Cody did an awesome job with that strategy, man. I can't believe he made it. It saved that much gas.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was committed to it right away, but if he had been, he may have been able to win the race if he would have maybe pitted for fuel under caution. But who knows? I mean, but overall, it was a pretty just flat out race. How was it like going through the race? Just pretty much a caution free race up without that one caution at the start.
It wasn't bad, man. It was actually kind of fun. The only thing is, the more fuel you burned off, the it got way tight. But you just put it up against the boards and let it rip, burn the right rear off to get it to turn, and hopefully it would stick to get a nice run down the straightaways. But other than that, it was a good race in my opinion. I had fun. The dirty air was horrible behind the other cars though. So they've done a good job on the sim of making the dirty air an actual factor in these cars. So it's actually it's legit.
All right. Well, good win tonight. What do you got for shoutouts?
Shout out to DBR, man. DBR 1-2. Um, almost almost had a third there. Jesse almost got up there. He finished top five, but yes, 1-2 DBR, and thank y'all to thank you guys for putting on a good broadcast, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see what you can do at Dover next week.
All right, brother. See you.
All right. Have a good night. All right, that's going to be all for the broadcast tonight. Overall, good race. Only one caution flag. Let's look at the final results real fast. Brandon Schaefer will win. Brandon Banks second. Cody Johnson third. Kobe Sutton fourth. Jesse Priest fifth. Ryan Flanagan is going to be sixth. Mike Simone seventh. Sean Anderson eighth. Michael Newbon ninth. Mike Hamlin 10th. Brandon Park 11th. Josh Van Gore 11th. Or Josh Van Gore 12th. Lucas Reed 13th. Matt Forns 14th. Justin Shoup is going to be in 15th. Tyler Forsch going to be 16th. Drew Holman 17th. Davey Hendricks 18th. Elmer Morris Sr. 19th. Quentin Stumpfin 20th. Matt Kinley 21st. Jeffrey Ruddock 22nd. Chris Wages, 23rd. Ryan Von Schrell, 24th. Jason Hastings, 25th. Kyle Martin, 26th. Chase Harden, 27th. And Thomas Stanley, 28th. Good run tonight. We will not be back next week. We only have one race next week. We have Xfinity at Bristol. It's an off week for everyone else. And then we'll be back at Dover for these cars the following week. So what a bit of an off week. Just make sure you tune in Monday. It's going to be the only broadcast that we'll have next week. So hope you guys enjoyed. It was a great run tonight. Good job, everybody. Got a follower real quick. Who do we got? Nuclear Bubble. Well, thank you for the follow, man. Hope you enjoyed the race. You're welcome for the broadcast. Kobe Sutton, great race. Loved racing. Brandon Schaefer, early race was fun. AKA the 48. Good run. Good run. Good run, Ryan. Good run. All right, well, thank you for the follow, Ryan. And yeah, you ran pretty good today. I like the scheme you got. Anyway, that's going to be all for tonight. Gonna roll some commercials and then we'll be out of here. This is the Southern Broadcast Race Network. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.